Samurai Warriors 2 Empires is an underrated classic in the Warriors franchise, offering one of the best combinations of hack and slash with easy to understand yet deep strategy elements. Players manage their land, hire generals, buy tactics, and make important decisions that affect their campaign. The game offers a mix of large-scale battles and strategic decision-making, allowing you to manage your kingdom, form alliance, and expand your territory. You recruit officers, issue policies, and choose how to govern. The game offers a great sense of progression as you unlock more and better strategies, formations, diplomacy that all affect battle in your favor. You can go brute force by winning battles or bide your time, enhance your economy and defenses, and conquer your enemy's headquarters, taking all their territory at once. So, if you're looking for a hack and slash with light strategic elements, great replayability, and freedom, you can sink hundreds of hours into Dynasty Warriors 2 Empires. Ghost Recon Wildlands is an open-world tactical shooter and is Ubisoft at its peak, set in a fictionalized version of the country of Bolivia. It is massive, beautiful, and feels detailed and lively. The story, while nothing special, doesn't take itself too seriously and does not get in the way of the action. In fact, the entire game has a bit of a silly, at times childish humor to it, but serious when it needs to be, giving it a almost PS2 era vibe that helps it stand out from the many hyper-serious shooters of the same vein. The gameplay, however, is where it truly shines, a great mix of action and stealth, both styles that can be progressed with upgrades. It is very reminiscent of old school games like Mercenaries. You have the freedom to tackle missions how you please, along with your AI or co-op teammates. Will you do a drive-by, fly-by, boat-by, or go by foot? Will you use your drone to have your AI companions snipe enemies one at a time? My personal favorite tactic is to call in dozens of rebels multiple times to do it all for you. All styles are viable, rewardable, and upgradable, which adds a sense of progression. All that, along with smooth gameplay and mechanics that makes the usual repetitive Ubisoft formula actually shine. So, if you're looking for a game that has that old school open world action feel to it, story that gets the job done, a huge vast open world, co-op dynamic, freedom to tackle objectives however you want, please check out Ghost Recon Wildlands. Titanfall 2 is one of the best multiplayer first-person shooters of all time because of two very important M's: movement and mechas. In this game, you will be wall running, sliding, and double jumping, creating a very smooth, fast-paced experience. And of course, the one thing that always improves the games when implemented properly, a grappling hook. But you can't forget about the other M, mechas. Mechas in this game truly change and enhance battles. They are powerful but fairly agile and fluid. There are multiple titans with their own strengths and weaknesses and powers that can be customized to fit your playstyle. But besides the multiplayer, the game has a fun and charming single-player story that takes full advantage of the gameplay and is filled with creative level design, fun bosses, and a talking mecha buddy. This game is the definition of age well, as overall, Titanfall 2 is still one of the best multiplayer experiences that you can play today. Age of Mythology Retold is a remake of a classic RTS with a theme of mythology. The game is much like Age of Empires, but with an importance on strong units, like hero and monster units that are based in mythology. The heroes, monsters, and powers you get are based on the mythology and god of your choosing. Also, like Empires, the game has a focus on resource management, such as wood, gold, and food, but instead of stone, you have worship points that can be used to activate god powers and create myth units. Through gathering enough resources, you can advance through different ages, each unlock new technologies and abilities tied to the god they chose. You can choose multiple gods in the same mythos. The remake, Retold, offers improvements in graphics and audio design and a number of quality of life improvements that make the game much more enjoyable for new players. The game offers multiple campaigns and modes, most noteworthy being the Fall of Trident, where you follow the fictional warrior bro Arkansas and multiple real mythological hero friends you meet along the way, from Greek to Egyptian and even Norse mythology. So, if you are into a classic RTS experience with deep strategy, resource management, empire building, modernized visual and audio enhancements, while staying true to its original charm, you can play Age of Empires Retold today on the PS5 and Xbox. Army Men Air Attack 2. Boy, did I love those Army Men games when I was young. RIP 3DO. And one of my favorite and easily one of the best is Air Attack 2. It's a helicopter-based shooter, similar but more arcadey to games like Soviet Strike. It's like Sarge's Hero series. It is very charming, filled with fun if not somewhat stereotypical characters, and of course, it has fun gameplay that you could play along with a friend in co-op, and a number of missions truly make use of the creative world you live in as a tiny plastic soldier. So, if you're looking for a fun yet very short helicopter game with a Saturday morning cartoon vibe and story, check out Army Men Air Attack 2. Just try not to spend too much, please.